Well, hey, everybody, we've come to the middle of the week, and today in our Bible reading plan for our devotion, we are in Exodus chapter 37, which continues the very detailed description of the Hebrew people constructing the tabernacle and all of its furnishings. And I hope you noticed in this chapter how most of the furniture was made from acacia wood, which is a hard and durable wood that holds up really well under moisture and stuff, but that it was overlaid with gold. Some of the items were made of pure gold, but most of the furnishing made of acacia wood and then overlaid with gold. So it would have been very impressive to see. Would have been beautiful, magnificent, you could say. I do want to talk about the Ark of the Covenant for a little bit. In chapter 37, let's just read the first 9 verses and talk about the Ark of the Covenant. He says, "Now Bezalel made the ark," this is the Ark of the Covenant, "of acacia wood. Its length was 2.5 cubits, and its width 1.5 cubits, and its height 1.5 cubits. He overlaid it with pure gold inside and out." So what? The outside of the chest, the inside of the chest. Overlaid with gold. And he made a gold molding for it all around. So the decorative molding trim around it. He cast, and this is verse 3, he cast 4 rings of gold for it on its 4 feet, the 4 corners at the bottom of it, and even two rings on one side of it and 2 rings on the other side of it. And he made poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with gold. He put the poles into the rings on the sides of the ark to carry it. He made a mercy seat of pure gold, not wood overlaid with gold, but pure, solid gold. 2.5 cubits long and 1.5 cubits wide, same size as the ark itself. He made 2 cherubim, type of angel, of gold. He made them of hammered work at the 2 ends of the mercy seat. And 1 cherub at one end and 1 cherub at the other end, and he made the cherubim of one piece with the mercy seat at the 2 ends. And the cherubim had their wings spread upward, covering the mercy seat with their wings, with their faces toward each other, and the faces of the cherubim were toward the mercy seat. Now, what is he saying there? Well, the Ark of the Covenant was 2.5 to 1.5 cubits long and wide, 1.5 cubits tall. Cubit in ancient times was the distance from your elbow to the tip of your middle finger, 18 to 21 inches, give or take, meaning that we don't know the exact dimension of the Ark of the Covenant, but it was somewhere in the range of 45 to 52 inches long. Let's just say 4 feet long, and 27 to 31 inches wide, a little less than 3 feet, maybe 2.5 feet wide. So 4 feet long, about 2.5 feet wide, and 2.5 feet tall. And on the bottom of it, the 4 corners of the bottom, the 4 feet, if you will, were rings made of solid gold. The wood of the covenant was acacia wood, totally overlaid with gold on the inside and out, and gold molding around the edges to trim the ark, the chest, if you will. And these long rods made of acacia wood overlaid in gold would stick through the 2 rings on each side, and that's how they would carry or transport the Ark of the Covenant. Now, the lid, what you think of as the lid or the cover to the Ark of the Covenant, is what is referred to here as the mercy seat. And it was not wood overlaid with gold. It was made of pure gold. It's called the mercy seat. And on either end of the mercy seat, also made of pure gold and attached to it, on one end was a cherubim, on the other end was a cherubim. These were a type of angel. And these angels, these cherubim, were bent over with their faces facing each other, but also looking down at the mercy seat. So they were bowed toward each other, their heads and wings kind of meeting in the middle, if you will, and their faces looking down at the mercy seat, at the lid on the Ark of the Covenant, and their wings went up. So it's like their wings went up toward heaven, but toward each other, almost touching in the very, very middle. And it's not described here, but later it will be. Inside the Ark of the Covenant was the 2 tablets on which God wrote the 10 commandments. There was also later put in there some of the manna and Aaron's rod. But for right now, just think about the 10 commandments being in the Ark of the Covenant. So that's what's described in these verses. Now, devotionally, what spoke to me? Nothing. Not really. I mean, my spirit was fed because I'm always fed when I read the Word of God. I learned some stuff, but it's not just about learning. I was encouraged. But devotionally, did something speak to me on some level that no. And I've said before, and I share that very honestly and transparently with you, because sometimes you're going to read the Bible and it just doesn't speak to you in a profound way. That's okay. That's okay. Other days, man, it speaks to you very powerfully. And if you have a time where you read it and you enjoy it and you're blessed and you're encouraged and you learn, but there's not this overwhelming devotional thought, don't beat yourself up. That's okay. Now, if unlike me, God did speak to you devotionally when you read this chapter, great. Praise His name. I'm glad He did. I'm glad for you. So that's the thoughts for today. Now, tomorrow, we're in chapter 38, and the tabernacle will be completed. And then Monday in 39, all about making the garments for the priest to wear. And some of you might be, well, Steve, why are you asking us to read these chapters? Let's just skip over these things. Well, I think it's important for you to know these details, to have read them at least once in your life, because it will help you understand some of the stories you read in the New Testament much better. So there's value in this. And besides, it's what God actually wanted the people to do, so we should know about it. So anyway, that's the reason. I'll see you tomorrow. You have a great evening. And remember, pray for Bible school and pray for opportunities to share the gospel with somebody. God bless you. Have a great day, everybody.